here. I'm very pleased that we have with us Silvia Ardagna. She is the head of economics research here at Barclays. Let's get some views. Silvia, good to see you. Thank you for being with us this morning. Now, you described this in your latest research report as a credibility test. What do you think is at stake here for the British government and for investors in UK assets?
Good morning, Jeff, and thanks. It's great to be here. Look, we think the credibility test lies in the ability of the government to convince market that the public debt to GDP ratio will be on a downward trajectory. And we think it will. We expect that over the years the public debt will decline. And that's because of a combination of factors. First, next year likely we will see an increase in the debt, but this is because of the energy measures, and they are meant to expire. Most likely there will be substitute by alternative measures, but not as generous as the one that we have seen now. Second, we expect some discretionary increases in the tax part of the budget and some spending cuts over time. So the combination of, ending of some temporary measures plus some discretionary fiscal tightening is likely to keep the public debt on a downward trajectory.
The government has been leading us up a path to expect very harsh austerity going forward. And yet we know in politics there's often an element of smoke and mirrors. Interesting, in your report, you talked about actually how much of the pain may be pushed beyond 2024 and the timing of the next election. Just explain to us how you think that may happen and what it is that will be postponed. Will it be the tax hikes or will it be the spending cuts?
Look, according to what we know from media, from your side, the package will be around 50 billion, 55 billion, of which the majority should be spending cuts. But as you say, the spending cuts are likely to be delayed, coming later in time rather than sooner. And so obviously we don't know what will happen. There is always the possibility of reviewing this fiscal plan. This is not uncommon. But on the other hand, I think if you look at the composition overall, so if part of this adjustment will come from spending cuts rather than just tax increases, actually the economic literature would suggest that this is a composition that is quite growth-friendly. Telling you about it in the language that the European Central Bank used for many years. So we should not expect by default that these austerity measures are going to really have a very detrimental impact on the economy.
So